Okay. Now return is known as a reverse logistics. Okay. The return process is often called reverse logistics, and the company must ensure it has the capabilities to receive return products and correctly assign refunds for them. Now when we go for an e-commerce site or for that matter if you go to a retail store also, right? आपने एक product लिया and for certain reason it might be you didn't like the product or the product is damaged, you then do a refund, you do a return, right? तो return को क्या बोलते हैं? Reverse logistics. Why? Because forward logistics क्या है? From the manufacturing plant when it reaches to you, that has come forward, right? So that is the forward logistics. Now you as a customer, you are returning back to the company, that is a reverse logistics. Why? Because you didn't like the product, damage or whatever the reason, you are returning the product. So since you are returning the product, आपसे जा रहे हैं customer से, so that is the reverse logistics. And the company should also be able, तो company को भी ऐसा होना चाहिए कि yes, if the customer returns the product, I should be able to handle this return, I should be able to give the refund, right? So the company should already understand that. So these are the 5 steps of components of the supply chain. First is your planning. Okay, planning means how much quantity is required, where you need to produce, right? What are the demand requirement, right? So those are the plans. उसके बाद आप क्या करोगे? Sourcing. So sourcing means you are procuring the raw materials from different vendors to make your product, right? After you source the product, then you will be doing the manufacturing. After you know this many quantities you need to produce, you have got all the raw materials. Now you do the manufacturing or the production करके you make up the product, right? Then what you do is delivery. From the manufacturing plant, you go to the different intermediaries. अभी intermediaries कौन सा है? Intermediaries are from the manufacturing point. It can be your distributor, wholesalers, retailers, and finally the consumer, right? So you go to the delivery system. Then your fifth point is you also do a return or reverse logistics. That means if the customer do not like the product, the customer likely can return the product back, right? So that is known as what? What is known as? What does it known as? Yes, what logistics? Reverse logistics. That means company is giving to you, that is a forward logistics, right? Company आपसे जा रहे, that is a forward logistics. If the customer is returning back to the company because they didn't like the product, damage or whatever the reason is, if the customer is giving back to the company, that means it's a reverse logistics, right? And the company should also enable themselves that if a customer returns it, we have to refund them back, right? Or we need to place them back. We cannot have this thing in them in a reverse logistics नहीं होगा. We cannot return or we cannot refund it. So that has to be there. Okay. So from this lecture, these are the points required. Techniques for optimizing the supply chain. This is little critical. So if we get time, we will be going to this point. If not, we will not. Okay. So given this technique for optimizing the supply chain, this is critical. Okay. We will not go with this part. So from this lecture, you would need what is supply chain management and components of supply chain management. Okay. Just a second, I see. We'll go to the next lecture. gain some information through your from your experience, right? You gain information from reading manuals, you gain information from books, you gain information from the mobile phones, right? So everywhere you are just gaining something or the other, and everything is a learning for you, right? Today maybe at least if you have not even maybe for the supply chain management, hope everyone is not too much clear, but at least you have got to know something about supply chain management, right? At least you have gained a little knowledge about this part as well. So every day is an experience, every day is a learning, and every day you gain knowledge, right? Now when you're gaining this knowledge, it is also important that you manage those knowledge, okay? In terms of you as a personal and in terms of business also and organization also, the company always want that the knowledge that is being, that is being coming from the employees, right? That needs to be managed, that needs to be stored, and which can be utilized later on, right? So that is basically knowledge. Okay. Now if we go with the slide. Knowledge management or KM is the process by which organizations create, share and manage knowledge to achieve their goals and improve efficiency. Now, we already know that in management what we do, we try to do things so that it can be effectively and efficiently completed, right? So everywhere we are talking about how employees are behaving, teamwork is required, collaboration is required, right? Leadership is required, delegation is required. We have talked all these things about. But there is also one point, that is the knowledge, which organizations create. Create means how does the knowledge can be created? Through maybe when suppose I give you a topic and I ask you to discuss something, right? So everyone will come up with new ideas. Even you also will tell me something which maybe I don't know, right? I will also gain a knowledge out of it, right? So in that way, organizations also does certain things like teamwork, team building or workshop where they create knowledge from different employees, from their employees, right? Then we share means suppose I have got some knowledge from you or some information from you, maybe to the next group I might share that information, right? So this is how maybe, so this is a thing that I have got, I have thought that yes, this is a very good input I have received, I will share it with the rest of the members. That means we will create through brainstorming, through discussions, through debate, we are going to create, we are going to share, and we are also going to manage the knowledge, okay, to achieve the goals efficiently. It plays a critical role in enhancing an organization's ability to innovate, collaborate, and make informed decisions. So if we are, if you are discussing, then new innovative ideas will come. New, what to say, new views will come, right? So which we can again create, share, and manage, right? Then, when we say about why knowledge management is important, because it helps in enhancing decision making. Now, informed decisions. Effective knowledge management ensures that employees have access to accurate, up-to-date information and enable better decision making. When knowledge is easily accessible, teams can quickly analyze situations, evaluate options, and make data-driven decisions. As I told you, that suppose from one of the team I have got certain information, right? Now then I will try to share with you, or I will transparently tell you that yes, this is how the things will work, this is the rules and regulations, this is the policies and procedures, right? And this is how maybe you brainstorm and discuss and bring up a new solution. That means I will give you a transparent information about how to go about with what kind of, suppose any problem has come or any discussion has come, how you can use those knowledge that has been created by maybe somebody else, right? So that will help in making informed decisions. Now, if you are having access to accurate, up-to-date information, okay? Suppose there are changes happening in the organization, there are new things coming up, new product is launched, and every employee needs to have accurate, up-to-date information about it, right? Now, once you are able to have all the information with you, then it will be easier for the decision maker to make informed decisions, okay? उसके बाद avoiding redundancies. What does redundancies means? It can help prevent the repetition of mistakes by capturing lessons learned and best practices, allowing future decisions to be informed by past experiences. Means that is redundant. Means redundant. Have you heard the word redundant? Redundant means it is becoming a little obsolete. It is becoming non-useful. Right? Now what happens if you are If you have already created, if you have already shared and managed such information and knowledge, what happens? The redundancy, the repetition of making mistakes will decrease. Why? Because you already know that yes, this word needs right. You already have the information. Since you already have the information with you, the next step of you doing again the same mistake, okay, is likely to get lesser. Right? So that will help in avoiding redundancies. Okay? That is fostering innovation. Second point is fostering innovation. Knowledge sharing. PM encourages the sharing of ideas and expertise across departments and teams. This exchange of knowledge fosters innovation by providing employees with new insights and perspectives. So I told you, if maybe I ask you to come up with I give you a task and you come up with new ideas, right? The organization also what happens? There are always focus group discussion, there are always team collaboration, there are always discussions happening. Now why this discussion is happening? Because from one to another, the knowledge or information is being shared. Right? Now once suppose you might not know something, I might know that. Or I might not know something, you might know. Right? Now when we are discussing together, what happens? The information exchange is happening. Now once the information exchange is happening, then what happens? You get to know every nitty-gritties of the company. You can have the knowledge of the company. Right? So knowledge sharing helps in fostering innovation. Next is collaboration and creativity. A well-managed knowledge environment allows for cross-functional collaboration where diverse teams can come together to solve problems and innovate. So cross-functional collaboration what is cross-functional? That means in a department you have different departments. I would say in organization you have different departments, right? Cross-functional means what? From different departments you are working together. Right? Agar आप HR में हो, it's not necessary you are working only with the HR team. You might also work with the sales team. You might also work with the finance team. That is cross-collaboration work, right? Now when cross-collaboration or cross-functional team works, then what happens? Again, you try to collaborate, you try to react, you try to bring up ideas, right? And again, the care or the knowledge management is being taken care of, right? Where diverse teams can come together to solve problems and innovate, leading to the development of new products, services, or solutions. So, when you are doing collaboration, when you are doing knowledge sharing, then what happens? You can come up with new ideas, right? You can come up with new products. You can come up with new services, or you can come up with new solutions to a particular problem. And that might help you in your future aspect. आज आपने एक प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च किया और you have come up with a new solution. Next time when you have the same problem, you know that yes, this is already been taken care of, right? So you will not be repeating that mistake or repeating that error again, right? So these are fostering innovation. Okay, so this we'll do in the next class. Okay. So first unit assignments everyone have submitted. Okay, I'll publish the second unit also. You can complete it.
What is it?
Yeah, mark your attendance.
एडमिट कर दिया क्या एडमिट कर हाँ देगा अटेंडेंस तेरा काम नहीं करेगा cold. Pull up. सही है भाई मेरा Tahun sama.
Everyone is what? Anyone are not? Is that sports? Ah.
Right. Chill out, chill out, chill out. लोड है मेरा हाँ उसकी मर्जी तेरा क्या इस हार्ड चॉइस
मेरे एक दोस्त ना वो कल अपना बाल ब्लॉन्ड करके मेरे पास आया वो जस्ट बीबर आ गया
इस हार्ड चॉइस नहीं नेहा पकड़ना है क्या नाम है नेहा क्या नाम है ना एक्ट्रेस का अरे रॉक इसे रोडीज में आया था
कौन मेरे
नेहा पकड़ना जो भी है नेहा नाम का था वो बोलता है ना इस हार्ड चॉइस
की
ब्लॉन्ड है तू ग्रीन है ग्रीन ब्रेड्स का धंधा वाला अच्छा